we are going to start laying down on our mat. So however you get there, take your time. If you want to bring a blanket to prop up your head or anything like that, feel free to grab whatever you need. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll. Get down there. And then we're taking it all the way down to the ground. So again, this whole practice tonight is inviting peace and ease, hi Brianna, into your practice or onto your mat. So don't force anything, don't rush it. Take a lot of deep breaths and just let yourself kind of unfold naturally. So bringing yourself down to your mat when you're ready. Let's just lay here for an hour. We used to joke at the studio that we were just going to have a class of meditation for an hour and lay on our mat. So if you need that tonight, feel free to take that. But when you're ready, close your eyes and let that serve as the invitation to take the awareness inside. You might notice or already be aware of tension somewhere in the body. Maybe the legs are a little sore from anything you've done over the weekend. Maybe the shoulders. Just take a few minutes here to walk the shoulder blades out. Let the legs just kind of fall open. Once again, closing the eyes. And then we start to travel through this inventory round, as we like to call it. So tonight we're going to start down at our toes. And I just want you to start to bring all of the focus into what's happening right here, right now on your mat. So whatever your day looked like before you got to this moment, whatever the rest of your week might look like, whatever's going on in your mind, for at least the next little short while, allow yourself the permission to just be here. If the mind starts to go a little haywire and starts to get sidetracked and thinking of different things, just notice if you can bring your awareness back to the sensations and the experience of your practice. So we talk about sensations over shapes. One of the beautiful beauties of your home practice is you don't have to worry about what you look like. We did it on Facebook Live tonight, so no one can see you. This is really just for you to dive into what it feels like to move within this skin today. Remembering that as you explore and get curious, remove this idea of labeling what you find. So we're not going to say my knee is good, my hips are bad. We're just going to observe and let it be. Now maybe you've already continued your inventory from the toes to the ankles, releasing any tension, softening, letting them go. Coming up through the calves, the knees. Taking a deep inhale through the nostril and letting it go out through the mouth. A few more of those, in through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, let it go. When you're satisfied with that release of the open mouth exhale, allowing it to have the back side of your body feel as though it just got a little heavier, sinking a little bit deeper into the mat. Switch your breath to that Ujjayi breath. Maybe you lick your lips once or twice, swallow, and then invite the mouth to close gently, not producing any more tension in the face or the jaw when we do so. And now just bringing that breath process simply through the nose. Still listening to the physical body as we continue our way up to the hips, the glutes. Maybe you need to wiggle out a little bit here. Any organic movement that feels good for this body today, explore. On your next inhale, start to notice the expansion of the inhale, feeling yourself inflate, bringing space already into the body just by laying still and focusing on the breath. And then that exhale provides that grounding sensation as once again the backside body grows heavy. We feel the support all the way from the heels to the crown of the head. Maybe you're showing up on the mat tonight with your nervous system a little frayed. Maybe you can already feel the healing power of the deep breath just calming you back in. Traveling up to the chest, the shoulders, the fingers, the face. And just once again, stick with it. Stay with your breath as we start to layer on some easy movement here. So on your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead, full body stretch. Have some fun here. Wiggle the toes, point and flex the feet, move the wrist. Again, no right or wrong, so just notice where it feels nice to move. There's no rush to your exploring here. We're going to keep our hips in the center of the mat, and when we're ready, we're going to heel the feet to the right side or the right corner. Listen to your body as far as how far your legs should go. If it feels nice to take that left heel up and over the right, go ahead. And then you know what to do. Shimmy those shoulders to match, finding the right corner, finding your banana shape. Right hand comes to left wrist, gently tugging on that wrist to really accentuate this left side body stretch. Recognize here if that left shoulder is lifting off the earth. Try to settle it back down, almost like you have a little halo here around the head, being that angel that you are. On your next big inhale, feel the breath fill you up from that left ankle all the way through the torso. Pull on the arm a little. Exhale, left side body anchors down. Breathe here. So maybe you have your own intention or your own mantra for your practice this evening. Maybe you're just trying to learn how to be steady through these uncertain times. Maybe you're just finding a little bit of time for yourself to breathe. But whatever it is for you, if and when the mind starts to wander, as it inevitably will, use that as kind of your tether, your anchor, to bring you back to your why. Why did you show up on your mat tonight? There's no right or wrong. Take one more beautiful big inhale. Really find that space. And as you exhale, slowly unravel, finding your way back through center, however feels clever. Once you arrive there, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, heel the feet to the left corner. Now this side might feel the same or different than the other side, so just show up here, right foot over left. You might notice that it lifts the right hip, so try to roll that hip back down. Once you're satisfied with the lower body, bring the upper body to the party, inching the shoulders. So from an aerial perspective, you look like a banana. Left hand is coming to right wrist. There's a gentle tug. So remember that word ease. We're not forcing anything tonight. We're really just letting ourselves naturally come into these shapes and recognizing what sensations feel good, where we can spend a little bit more space, love, and breath, and where maybe we can let go of any tension or stale energy or anything that is not serving you. I recognize we often say that in yoga classes, and sometimes it can very easily just go in one ear and out the other. But really, be truthful with yourself here and just notice if there's anything that you're holding on to physically, mentally, emotionally. And really ask yourself, is it really benefiting me to put my energy towards this? And if it's not, what would it be like if I just let it go? So, whatever that might mean for you, take a big inhale breath, feel that right side body. On your exhale, slowly uncoil yourself back to center like an inchworm. Taking a big inhale to reach, imagining you're 1 inch taller than when you started already. And as you exhale, knees are going to come into the chest. Feel free to find the ground first with your feet and then pull the knees into the chest. Beautiful. Now, depending on how your hips are feeling today, you might not be able to grab onto the outside or the tops of the legs. Maybe you have to come underneath, or you have a towel or a strap to kind of help you here. But nonetheless, tuck that chin and close your eyes if you're not there again. And really just focus on the shape here of our spine. So as much as I said, don't focus on shapes, right? I want you to think about uncoiling the entire spine. So likely when we lift up here, our tailbone is coming off the mat. I'd like to see if you can find a little resistance here. So knees are going to push into your arms. Arms will hold the legs in. And think about over time, just letting that tailbone unfold or unravel back down to the ground, looking to produce as much of a flat spine to the earth as you can, remembering that your neck is part of that picture, so slightly tucking the chin to the chest. If it feels nice to rock side to side, give it a go, especially if those nerves are a little shaky. This is a beautiful message to your nervous system that everything's okay, just rocking back and forth. Now you're welcome to stay right here if this is just like the money shot, or if you want to start to come into your hips with me, we're going to open the legs out wide, going for the inside of our feet or the inner arches. Again, don't let this dictate whether you go here or not. Maybe you're at your ankles, maybe you're holding onto the back sides of your knees. Flex your feet though. Imagine that there is, again, in my class, I normally talk about being a table and you have a piece of heavy glass here. So feel that weight pushing your feet down. Try to keep your knees at a 90-degree angle. That tailbone is still uncoiling down. You might even get to press it down a little bit more here in this shape. Now from here, the rock, the roll can come back if that's soothing both the mind and the spine. As always, this is just a suggestion. So maybe you've been doing a lot of running or squats and your hamstrings need a little attention, so you spend a few minutes kicking out one leg, letting the exhale bring it back through center, balancing it out on the other side, just spending a few more moments here, nice and easy. Rocking back and forth. Checking back in with your breath. Let the mind find ease with just being here. Beautiful. Slowly the legs are going to close together. Feet can touch the ground to support you here as we lift the hips up, shimmy them over to the right just a tad so we can drop the knees to the left with a little bit more ease. Now you might have a big space here in between both legs and it's causing too much strain to bring them together to close. For that, whether you have a block, a book, a blanket, maybe you help lessen that gap here. Again, ease, not force. Maybe your knees are touching and you need a little bit deeper twist. So left hand can come to the outside of right leg and kind of help close the gap between the two legs. Now, reach the right arm out to the side, palm facing down. Turn the head past the right shoulder. Help keep that right shoulder on the ground, as well as get a nice stretch here in the left side of the neck. Still finding that expansion as we take our big inhale and exhale. Maybe press that right shoulder into the earth a little bit more. Let's try 2 more big breaths here in your time. Last one, inhale in, Exhale completely. Nice work, guys. Inhale back through center. You can use your feet to help you first find center, then shimmy all the way to the left. Legs drop to the right. Left arm reaches out. Hands can help that left leg. Turn the head to look past your left shoulder. So it's really fun, and I usually suggest here to close the eyes, if not just for a few moments when you get into the posture, but maybe for the whole practice. Don't worry about what shape I look like. Listen to the words. Trust that your body really knows exactly what it needs to do. All we have to do is kind of get our mind out of the way, trust, and breathe. Notice if you're lifting that left shoulder, try to sink it back down to the ground. One more big breath here, squeeze it out. Inhale your way back through center, nice and easy. Place your feet on the ground, bring your hips back underneath you. If you need to go ahead and windshield wiper your legs a little side to side, feel free. From here, we're going to take our hands underneath our thighs this time, and we're going to do our fun rock and roll. So more than ever tonight, I really want you focusing on slowing down, controlling the speed in which your spine is touching the earth, imagining that you have this goal, if you will, of having each vertebra touch the ground by itself. If plow pose is calling you and you want to spend a couple of moments there, feel free. Hi, Tank. How are you? You have to go lay down. Come here. Come here. Can you sit down? You guys keep rolling. Sit. This is my buddy. He's with me all the time, literally. When you're ready and you have enough momentum, roll all the way through to tabletop position. So if you did not roll through your legs, show up in tabletop, however you have to get there. Roll out your wrist if that feels nice, and then plant those hands onto the ground, shoulders stack the wrist, tops of the feet touch the earth, hips are stacking your knees. Inhale, breath drops the belly, lifts that tailbone, look up to the sky. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round through the vertebra, chin to chest, cow pose. So feel free to keep moving here. If you want to come off the beaten path a little bit and start to find some big circles with the hips as you find this flexion and extension, just kind of feel all of that energy, all that life force waking up in the spine and allowing ourselves to just move from there. Try 2 more deep breaths wherever you are. Don't rush or shortchange your breath by any bit here. In fact, try to make it last a little bit longer. After that second exhale, lower hips to neutral. Bring the 2 big toes together to touch. Take the knees as wide as your mat. Walk your hands out. As you exhale, slowly pull the hips back. Extended child pose. Letting yourself melt here. Looking to have the forehead touch the earth. Once again, if that's not available tonight, prop yourself up, either using your hands, your fists, or maybe that block comes back, bringing us back into this grounding sensation, supporting us when maybe things around us are feeling a little shaky. Maybe you're swaying a little side to side, noticing how your hips are feeling. Noticing without judgment. So if you notice that they're a little tight, that's not bad. It just is. So we'll work a little bit more kindly and peacefully. Make sure that in your practice tonight, you're not cultivating negative self-talk. We're working on the mind as well as the body here. On an inhale breath, you'll slowly roll back up. Right hand is going to come to the center of your mat, under your face, shoulder stacks wrist. Inhale breath, left arm reaches all the way up to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, cat spine, thread the needle, reach that left arm all the way to the right. Slowly lower down onto left shoulder. Now you're welcome to stay right here. Hopefully you can hear me. If you want to join me for a side body stretch, we're going to inhale the right arm to the sky. Exhale. Tonight it's going over our head, tented fingerprints. Try to keep rolling that right shoulder back. Don't forget to press into the left arm, left handprint. Already incorporating that full body awareness. Soften the face, release any tension in the jaw. Avoid any clenching of the teeth. Take it back to those little movements. So as we inhale, we slowly lift the navel closer to the spine. As you exhale, press more into left shoulder. Twist a little bit more. Inhale, navel to spine. Exhale, ring it out. If you took arm overhead, inhale, reach it to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbow, plant your hand to the earth. Big inhale takes left arm all the way up before it goes down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand replaces right. Let's take care of the other side. Inhale, trace left arm, reach the right arm all the way up to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, upper back, spine, just like cat. Reach to the left. Sink down onto that right shoulder. Settle in. Take your time. Find your breath. If you want to stay here with the support of the left hand on the ground, you are more than welcome. If you'd like, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach it overhead, tented fingerprints. Now notice that when you reach here, you start to drop that shoulder. We still want to keep it rolling open, keeping that twist. Inhale, low ribs knit in, navel to spine. Exhale, press into that right shoulder, right handprint. You might even feel the arms start to shake a little bit here. Breathe. One more big inhale here. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, left arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbow, plant the hand. Big inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, right hand comes back down to the ground. Nice job. Shake it out here. Bring your knees back underneath you. Inhale, walk your hands forward. Exhale, push it back. Child's pose. If you need to catch your breath or connect back to it, take this moment to do so. We're going to find movement through breath here once again through our wave, starting in child's pose, ending in child's pose, correlating breath to each movement. Plant firmly through the handprints, especially the index and the thumb. Really spread out that handprint. Feel the webbing in between each finger. Grip down. Use that American Ninja Warrior strength of your fingerprints. When you're ready, inhale, slowly bring the body forward. Exhale, drops the hips down. Inhale, pull up through the chest. Exhale, big breath, hips up and back. You're back to child's pose. Let's keep doing that with your breath. Inhale, bring forward, think cat spine until you exhale, soften the hips. Inhale, lift up through the chest, flip to the sky. Exhale, hips high, then back, child's pose. Try one more here in your own time. See how much you can articulate that spine while expanding your breath. Inhale, open the chest, maybe hold the breath at the top. Exhale, all the way back, child's pose. Nice job. Plant the elbows and the forearms this time. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Walk your feet out. Sorry, Tink. You can stay there. That's okay. Sphinx pose. So if you have dog and you have to modify here, feel free to use them. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. Arms are at a 90-degree angle. Stay up nice and tall. Now, if you don't have a dog taking up the back corner of your mat, you are trying to get your feet as wide as the mat. Let your hips grow heavy. Don't sink here into your shoulders. So remember, we're finding length and space tonight. Really press into the forearms. Lift up through the center of the head. Smile. Now, for a lot of us, this could make your low back start to talk to you. One of the beautiful things about your practice is you're going to start to learn the difference between that talk being something of pain or something that just might be discomforting at the moment. So try to learn that gray area, walk it mindfully. By no means do I advocate you taking it too far and hurting yourself, but sometimes we hit the brakes a little too fast. So if you are experiencing any sensations in the low back, see if you can bring a little bit more attention to the pelvic area, the elbows, the hands, where you're touching the earth. Ground back through your support. It feels nice to move the neck here a little bit. Stay strong in those shoulders. You're going to be coming down in just a second. Breathe here. One more big inhale. Exhale, take it all the way down to the mat. Legs come together to touch. Arms are going out wide, palms facing down. Left hand is going to come in, palm underneath your shoulder. Right arm stays out to the side. Now, if you have shoulder issues, you're welcome to bring your arm out. Use your shoulder as a pillow. Either way, on an exhale breath, slowly start to roll onto the right hip. Press into your left hand for support. Left leg is going to bend and come behind the right leg. Beautiful. So stay here. You want to think about this leg pushing out. So try to avoid letting it come in here. You're not going to feel too much. Get the entire foot flat onto the ground and start to push the knee open. Now don't lose sight of that right arm. Stay connected to where you're touching the earth. Open up your handprint. Maybe that left arm stays next to your chest for support, or maybe you take the inhale to lift, the exhale to bend, to bring it right behind your low back to help pull this left shoulder back just a tad more. Nothing too cray-cray here, just to kind of get a little deeper into that twist. Nice job. One more deep breath here. Taking in everything around you. Slowly and mindfully making your way back through center, paying attention to how we place that left foot to the earth. Head through neutral. Left arm reaches out to the side. Tankers, come lay down. Right hand helps twist you to your left hip. Right knee bends and comes behind you for the other side. Looking to get that foot as flat to the ground as you can and start to press the right knee out. If you can, start to lift the inner arch, roll to the outside edge of your foot. Feel free to take it there. So no one's going to know your body better than you. And the more time we spend on our mats and just honoring this body, celebrating everything that it can do versus the things that it can't, you're going to start to know how small little movements can change the entire dynamic of the pose, whether you need to turn up the volume or turn it down. One more breath here. Exhale, let's take it back through center. Feet come together to touch. Hands are going to come underneath your shoulders, root down through the tops of your feet as you inhale, start to lift your hips. Now maybe you take it back to that familiar child's pose, or maybe you join me in puppy pose, walking your handprints out, arms are at full extension, hips stay high for puppy pose. And as we exhale, we sink the heart down to our mat here. This is going to feel pretty intense, especially if it's not a familiar shape for you to be in. So you might start to feel some sensations between the shoulder blades. Heck, you might not get your chin to the mat tonight. You might have elbows on the ground, just slowly starting to lower the heart. I do want you to think about chin touching the mat versus your forehead here. So look ahead, allow for those wrinkles to come in between the eyebrow and the forehead or the hairline. Each time you inhale, lift your navel higher up into your hips. Exhale, push into the index and the thumb. Imagine you're pushing the mat forward as your hips go all the way back. Just let yourself kind of melt here.
This is a really great pose to practice the word surrender. If you try to force yourself down into this, you're not going to do anything but hurt yourself. You might start all the way up over here. Through time and your breath and work, you might notice that you slowly get closer to the ground. And before you know it, chin is touching the earth. Few more breaths here. Your computer didn't freeze up on you. I just want you to get nice deep stretch in those shoulders. Nice work. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself up, walking yourself back to sit on your heels. Maybe you tuck your toes if that's working for you to stretch the bottoms of your feet. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift up through the heart, stretch through the shoulders. Inhale, draw the arms up. Interlace the fingers as you exhale. Press your palms all the way up to the sky. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen through that side body. Exhale, dive into the pool. Chin to chest, round the spine. Press your palms towards the front of your mat. Let your hands lead you here as you inhale, draw all the way back up, nice and tall. Exhale, break the hands free, wiggle out the fingers. Roll out your wrist, take it back through table. So we're not going to spend too much time here. If you need to shake it out, feel free. When you're ready, right foot is going to step through the outside. So think lizard lunge. So you want to come to the outside right side of your mat. Knee is still going to be stacked over the ankle, but if it's working for your hips to turn your foot out just a little bit like a 45, take it there. Hands are inside your feet. We're not sinking in. And now strong back leg. You can do this. Tuck your toes. Lift that back leg. Press through the heel. Lift your knee. And now just find a little movement. Front, back, front, back. Really using the fingertips here. We're not sinking into those shoulders. Strong arms supported by our strong handprint. Coming back to your neutral. Right knee is over right ankle. Find breath with movement once again. Think cat-cow. As you inhale, hips dip. Heart looks up. We look up. As you exhale, press into your hands. Lift your hips. Dome the upper back. Pull your shoulder blades apart. Inhale, breath, lower, look up to the sky, feel the whole front body, navel to nose, stretch. Exhale, press into your hands, chin to chest, round the upper back. Take it one more time. Inhale, all the way up to the sky, look. Exhale, chin to chest, round it out, hold that exhale at the very end. Neutral spine, drop the left knee back down to the ground. Nice work, rock stars. Right hand is on the inside of right foot. Inhale, reach that left arm to the sky. Now we're going to start to draw behind us. You might bend that left knee. You might be able to grab the foot. My hamstrings are super tight tonight, speaking of which, it didn't like that. So if you can't reach your foot tonight, don't worry about it. You can pretend someday you can tickle your toes. Just start to pull that left shoulder. Bring this more into the chest while still starting to work that quad and hamstring. Exhale, breath is going to bring you back down to center. Heel toe, right foot to the center. Frame it out with your hands, knee over ankle. Inhale, straighten right leg. Plant down through the top of left foot. Flex your right foot and slowly start to pull back. Hands are going to walk in line with our knee. Inhale, lift, straight spine, belly in. Exhale, pull the hips back. Melt your heart to your thigh. Make sure hips are pulling straight back, not favoring the right. Keep that active right foot, pointing toes back to your face. Walk your hands out to frame right foot. Inhale, breath. Slowly bring yourself forward and start to heel toe, right foot to the left. So we're taking pigeon. I know there's mixed reviews on this posture, so enjoy. Even if you think you don't like it, try to enjoy it tonight. Prop up that right hip here if you need to. Think about having a 90-degree angle with this right leg between the knee, the shin, and your thigh. If your hips are very tight tonight and that's not working, heel toe your heel closer into your body, okay? Back foot releases. Notice if you're favoring right hip. Imagine there's this center line on your mat that you're looking to hover right over. Now maybe your body is speaking to you right here. Keep this foot flexed for me to protect your knee. Maybe you just breathe right here. Really press into the top of that left foot. Protect that knee. Ground there. If you haven't already and you would like to, hi buddy, pet your dog. And then on your exhale, slowly start to walk out. Now be mindful here that once again, you're not just trying to accomplish taking it down in pigeon and rounding over here. I want you to always think about length. So if you're going down, you're leading with your heart, slowly taking it to the earth. Oh, pigeon, I love you personally. I didn't always love this pose like everybody else. My hips are like Shakira. They're talking to me here. They're not lying. They're telling me that this is sore, that this is not necessarily rainbows and butterflies right here. But I know that I've been in this shape before. I've been in this space. And then instead of running or hitting the abort mission button, if I just lean in a little bit more once I've created the space to do so, the benefits will outweigh any temporary discomfort that maybe I'm experiencing. A few more deep breaths here. Check in with your mind. Anchor it back to your why, to your breath. It's easy to let it kind of just wander off when we slow down the flow. So really bring that back. If you took it down to the mat, use your hands for support. Slowly walking ourselves all the way back up till our hands frame our leg. Be really careful. Even shift your weight over to your right side. We're going to take it back to table. So just give yourself a minute to get there. Back into table. Hip side to side if that feels nice. Some circles. And then the left leg is coming forward. Outside of the feet. Knee is still over the ankle. Slight 45. Plant through the handprints. Strong upper body. Tuck right toes. Lift the knee. Rock and roll here, front, back. Practice gripping into those fingerprints, feeling the palms almost lift like suction cups off the ground. Nice work. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna take it back to our breath. So as we inhale, hips lower, heart lifts, we look up to the sky, navel to nose stretches. Exhale, press into your hands around the spine. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, slowly lower. And once again, take this in your speed, not my words. If you've gotten your pranayama or your breath to the point where your inhale's taking a 5 count and your exhale's taking a 5 count, then that's how long this pose should be for you. If you're still working on the expansion and the elasticity of your lungs, maybe your inhale is a 2 or a 3. So, wherever you are, one more. Slowly coming all the way back down. This time that right leg gets to touch the ground, knee to the earth. Left hand to the ground. Inhale, right arm goes all the way up. Exhale, bring it to point towards that heel. Inhale, bend the right knee, maybe touch, maybe not, just pretend. But even if you're not touching, this hand is not just flapping in space. It's actively searching, as if I could just reach a little bit more through that middle finger. I might catch my sock or my pant leg and start to be able to pull that leg into the body. You never know until you try. On your exhale, you carefully release. Right hand comes front. Heel toe, left foot back to the middle. Frame it out with both hands. Inhale, breath, straighten left leg. to your ability. Now, this might be where you take it tonight. You might keep a bend in that knee. I'm okay with that. Over time, with ease, not force, we slowly start to stretch the muscles of the back of the leg and straighten there. If you're here, your next intention is to inhale, navel to spine, hinge from the hip, heart to the thigh, slowly start to fold. So again, we're not trying to fold here. We're trying to bring length to the back while we stretch the back of that leg and sink the hips back. Beautiful. On your inhale, you roll forward, heel toe, left foot to the right. Maybe you get that blanket or block to prop up your left hip. Tuck the right toes to help lower you down. Pigeon on the left. Now you can favor the left hip to get into your shape. So go ahead and favor that side. Find what works here for you. When you're ready, hover your body over that center line in the mat. Equal awareness to both hips. All right, walk the arms back. Top of the foot anchors. This might be your pigeon here. Maybe you slowly surrender down. Thinking about moving like you're moving through honey, right? I mean, that sounds a little gross. It would be really sticky, but it would also be slow. It would be something that you don't just speed through. You would take your time to sink deeper and deeper. So if that meant something to you, awesome. If not, welcome to Yoga with Jess. Keep that left foot flexed. Protect your left knee, top of the foot. Don't get lazy. Don't autopilot check out on me. Bring it back to your breath and just feel and experience this shape. No need to look at the video. Keep your head down. Without even seeing you, I know you're doing great. I believe in you. 2 more deep breaths here. We've talked about it a lot in live classes that our hips house a lot of our emotional tension. So if you notice that your hips are extra tight this evening, without that label, we can maybe correlate it to some of the other emotional stress that maybe you have in your world right now. So give yourself that ease to just let it go. Really easy. Now that that's been a lot more than 2 breaths, when you're ready, slowly bring yourself all the way up. This time we're going to favor the left hip again, but we're going to swing our right leg all the way aside. So take your time, use your hands, swing the right leg forward. Fancy. All right, find the center of your mat, move your booty out of the way, draw left heel up into the body. Foot is flat, think tree pose, seated. If this left knee is really high up off the ground, I don't know if you can see that, my pant kind of blends in with my mat, but if you're not able to produce this grounding sensation by pressing the part of your thigh and your calf that stick out when your knee is bent into the ground, bring a block or a blanket once again so you can really focus that full body awareness and pushing left knee down. Beautiful. Right foot is flexed. Kneecap lifts the quads. Shoulders square the shoulder, the thigh. Inhale, reach up, push that left knee down. Take your time as you exhale, belly to spine. That flat back comes here again. Heart leads the way. At the last moment, hands frame right leg. You might be here. Heck, this leg might be a little bent and you're here. Same thing, broken record. Where you start in your posture tonight doesn't mean you should be ending there. Even if you find a minute little movement forward, the smallest little stretch forward, each breath should be this invitation to take space and go a little bit deeper. Now, the back side of your leg is feeling good, your back is feeling good, maybe you've grabbed onto the foot, and now we have a little bit different movement. As we inhale, we think crown of the head to the foot. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull yourself in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Left knee is still down. Slowly, you're going to start to unravel and bring the right arm inside the right leg here, okay? From here, you're going to inhale, reach the arms all the way up, and as you exhale, reach towards your right toes. Pay attention to rolling shoulder forward. So we're looking to really come into this side body. So extending as you inhale, feeling your rib cage open up, space in that intercostal muscle. And as you exhale, slowly getting closer to that foot. Once again, this isn't about a shape. So if this is your side body stretch tonight, beautiful. If you're here, doesn't make a difference as long as you're here. Nice work. Taking this to stargazer. As you inhale, left arm is going to go to the sky. As you exhale, it's going to come to the ground right behind the hip, fingers point away from you. Inhale, cartwheel this right arm up as you lift your hips, reach up, maybe you take it back a little bit further. And then exhale, slowly bring yourself all the way back around. Nice work. Let's go ahead and switch out the legs. The left leg goes forward, right foot comes in. Right knee is propped or pressing into the ground. Right foot to thigh, thigh to foot. Inhale, root through the sit bones as you reach the arms up, flex that left foot, push right knee down. Exhale, navel kiss the spine, shoulders stay away from the ears. Take your time. No rush, hands touch the earth. As you inhale, think inhale, halfway lift, upper back gets nice and long. Exhale, melt down. Those little baby movements stay with you each time. Not only does it let us kind of advance safely in the physical posture or the asana, it lets us just let our mind stay connected to right here. So we can stop thinking about what's to come or what already happened. You focus on these little inhale lifts. Exhale, deepen. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, deepen. Maybe for the last second, you bow your head. Rolling yourself all the way back up. Ooh, left hand comes inside left leg. So you're using the connection of arm to leg to help get deeper into this twist and side body. So left arm comes in, either handprint to the calf, or maybe you bend the elbow and come a little deeper in. Inhale, right arm reaches to the sky. Exhale, extends overhead, looking for our toes. More than looking for your toes, I don't want you rolling your shoulder forward. So take a big inhale. Feel the chest expand here. And then imagine you're like Inspector Gadget and your hand is about to go Gadget hand and get a little bit longer. Again, I hope you're all laughing with me or at me. That's okay. Stargazer pose. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, drops it down to the ground. Fingers point away, palm to the earth. Inhale, press into that left heel for support. Lift your hips. Reach that left arm all the way up. And slowly bring yourself back down. Beautiful. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch, coming into your butterfly pose. Take a moment here. Decide if you want to pull the hips in really tight. If you want to walk the hips out, take a little bit more restorative of a diamond shape. Let yourself just notice how you're feeling coming into the little last bit of your practice here. You're welcome to give yourself a little massage on the feet. You're welcome to grab onto the ankles and flutter your butterfly wings here. Once you get out all of that organic movement and you can really feel the sits bones rooting to the earth, connect back to that straight, beautiful spine, activating all the muscles that support that length. Imagine you're like a marionette puppet that has a string right in the center of the crown, and it's being lifted up to put all this beautiful white space in between each vertebra. And at the same time, the knees ground down to the earth. So we have this ebb and flow of lifting and grounding. Now, if your hips are talking to you here and they're singing you a sweet song, stay and sing along. Or if you want to turn up the flavor, don't lose that beautiful spine on me. Hinge from the hips, lean forward. Now, maybe you're a little bit gumbier tonight. You lift the knees up. You walk your hands underneath your knees. Push the knees back down onto your arms. Keep your spine straight. Lead with your heart. And stay here. Now, if this is not doing anything positive for you, don't layer on movements simply because you believe they are better than where you were. Your body will be the one that decides that, so just listen. Taking one more big inhale. On your exhale, surrender. Let the spine go. Let your head fall. Keeping that awareness in the legs, pulling down, but now just letting for the spine to go. You might walk your hands out here. Avoid having your shoulders kiss your ears to round the spine. Still keep a softness there. Walk yourself up. Use your hands to support you. Hands are going to come to the outside of the legs. Close the door, so to speak. Take a second here. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Now, if you've scooted around your mat and you're not on the center, find the center of your mat, find your sits bones. We're taking it back to our spine, and you're invited to do so through boat. If boat is not working for you tonight, maybe you have low back or hip issues going, or your core just needs a break, feel free to just lower yourself down with the support of your forearms and find your long spine. If you'd like to take boat, your arms are reaching out, shoulders draw back and down the spine, and we start to find that hinge from the hip that we found going forward, but now we're just taking it back with us, slowly. Now you might be here or there, whatever works for you tonight. And then once it starts, tailbone first, right? Fingers are reaching forward. So if you've taken a bar class before, they love this move. Draw your belly back, so like someone has a string now, that same puppeteer has its string connected to your spine, and they're pulling it back, and back, and back, and back. Shoulders down, and back, until, hi buddy, you're all the way on the ground. Nice job. Take a big inhale breath, knees to chest. We've been here before. Hopefully it feels a little bit different than last time. Now I want you to bring your hands to your knees, flex your feet 90 degrees in your shins, your knees, and your thighs. Handprints, again, this isn't gonna look like a whole heck of a lot, but hopefully we can feel it. Press your hands into the tops of your thighs and have your thighs press back into your hands. Now think about tilting the pelvic bone up, sinking the belly down to the earth, trying to produce this flat spine all the way from the crown to the tailbone. So feeling that support. Close your eyes. Kind of like you're like this dead bug, right? Anyways. From here, we interlace our fingers underneath that right knee. Let the left leg go long. Exhale, breath. Wind releasing, pose. Left leg drops to the ground, but it stays nice and active by flexing the left toes back to the face. You might even lift your heel off the ground as you slowly feel that knee contract and lift the quadricep. Now, if you got your hips all kinds of loosey-goosey tonight, you might have to take your right leg to the side to produce a little deeper stretch. Think knee to shoulder versus knee to chest. Now, this pull, that American Ninja Warrior strength in our fingerprints comes back. It'll show up later in your practice, so start to know what that is here. Basically, for my friends, hi, really? You're just gonna sit on my face? That's cool. You just happen to be on my hair. Sorry. Anyways, what I was trying to say was don't let this pull come from your shoulders or your biceps.
Try to let it come more from your fingerprints here. Relax the arms next to the body. At each exhale, you pull a little bit deeper as you press that left heel out. Stay here or come with me. Release left arm to the ground to support you grounding, palm to the earth. Open that right leg, Captain Morgan pose. Definitely not the Sanskrit word for that one, but we know what we mean, right? Flex the right foot, keep that bend in the knee to start to open up the hip. Imagining it as it is, this ball in joint socket here. And we're just working on chiseling away any of that extra debris or tension that's still hanging out in the pocket. If you'd like to take this out to the side, get to the back side of the leg, you may. Hi, bud. When you're ready, bring the leg through center. Left hand's going to support it here, but we're taking the leg straight. So we're coming more into our IT band, wrapping around the glutes all the way down the outside of the right leg. Not a supine twist just yet. Flex the foot back to the face. Think 45 degrees to the left. Try to get the leg as straight as you can. It might produce a little shake, a little quiver. Once again, sometimes we're hardwired to believe that's negative or bad. It's really just energy moving through your body, so it's all good. On your exhale, the knee bends. We take the right leg all the way to the left. Right arm reaches out to the ground. We look past right shoulder. Rounding down here into the last couple of minutes together in our practice. Closing your eyes and once again bringing yourself back to what brought you to your mat tonight. A lot of us have the next 15 days or 30 days ahead of us of uncertainty, of maybe being quarantined at home. And it's just a beautiful time to remember that your perception of reality creates your reality. So where we could maybe look at this as a giant negative and an inconvenience, maybe this is the most beautiful blessing that you've ever been gifted. How many times have you said, I would love to do that if I had the time? Well, my friends, you have the time. Why not invest it into you? Slowly come back through center, place the right foot on the ground, bring the left foot up and over, figure four, outside of left pinky toe, rest on top of right thigh. Actively keep left foot flexed to protect that knee, and then think about that left knee pushing open. You might even take left hand inside the thigh or the knee to kind of support that. You can stay here in your figure four or thread the needle, so to speak. As you inhale, lift right shin parallel, interlace behind that right thigh. Soften the shoulders, keep the knee pointing away or pushing away, I should say, from left shoulder as you bring the whole concoction in. Check in with the back of your neck here. And release. When releasing on the left, so right leg can extend, left can stay bent, interlace fingers below the left knee about 2 inches. Sink the right foot to the ground, but keep it nice and active. On your exhale, start that active pull. Bring the leg a little bit out to the side. Notice if you have any tension in the shoulders, the face, and soften. Wind releasing pose. So as the name lends, you are working on massaging your digestive tract here. So we work on our ascending or descending colon. Might not sound really pretty, but it's one of the most important parts of your body to be connected to. Your digestive system houses your health, your immunity. So really just making sure things are working properly is very beneficial. If you haven't already taken the leg out to the side, you can. If you want to kick it out, you can. Anything here that feels good. When you're ready, meet us over. Left leg to the right, 45 degrees, toes to the face. Left arm to the side. Feel free to take and lift past that left shoulder or close the eyes. Just take in your surroundings here. Notice the breath. Maybe you have a diffuser or candle going, noticing the smell around you. Maybe you have your window open, you can hear the birds chirping or the music playing. Whatever it is, just really experience the moment. And on your exhale, bend the knee and slowly guide it all the way into your twist. Now, even though we're taking our right leg all the way to the side, our left side body is going to stay grounded to the earth, looking past that left shoulder, helping it stay connected to the ground. Maybe you close your eyes and visualize a place that means peace to you. Maybe you're laying on the beaches or on your favorite beach, listening to the waves crash into the shore as they pull back out to sea. Maybe you're behind a barn door in Coleman. Just kidding. That might be mine. Slowly bringing yourself back through center. Right knee bends. Last little stretch here. Left foot comes up and over the right. Pinky toe to thigh. Left knee points out. Figure 4. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the wrong side. Right leg goes up and over. Thought that felt weird. So left knee is bent. Left foot on the ground. Right foot on the thigh. Foot is flexed. Actively push that right leg out, especially if you show up and this is where we are at today. It's all right, just nice and easy, even with the breath. Remember those lizard lunges. Slowly push out and let it come back in. If you want to thread the needle at your inhale, lift your legs, sink your spine. Remember keeping that whole spine as best as you can to the ground, and then slowly start to pull the whole concoction into the body. Both feet are nice and active and flexed. And breathe. Releasing when you're ready, left foot to the ground, right unravels. Maybe you take a second to walk the feet out, let the knees kiss. Maybe you windshield wiper your legs side to side. Maybe your practice has opened up some other itch for an inversion or just a different asana or meditation. Feel free to check out and stay connected to whatever your practice would like. When you're ready to join me, we're going to take it to Savasana. If you have a blanket that you would like to prop up your head with, again, many of you are familiar that this is one of my favorite ways to take Savasana. The idea when you come back to this shape, so we started our practice here tonight. Now when we come into this shape, we really just want to take it to that ultimate relaxation. That means walking the shoulder blades out, wiggling the hips a few times. Now for me, some days I know I show up in this pose and the opposite effect of peace and ease come. My hamster wheel starts turning. It's almost as if yoga can be checked off the to-do list and now there's whatever is next. One way I like to ground myself to staying present is by bringing my left hand to my heart, my right hand to the belly, closing my eyes, and just literally feeling life move freely and naturally within me. No longer looking to move with the breath or control it, honoring its natural state and rhythm. Maybe taking that inventory, that full body scan to recognize if there's any residue tension hiding in any tricky little spots. And then on the most fulfilling exhale, and you can get loud, do your thing, you're at home, right? Take a deep breath from the tips of your big toes to the crown of your head through your nose. Open the mouth and let it go. You can do that a few more times if it feels good. Do you arrive to a place of stillness where it's almost as if you're hovering above the body, experiencing this from a third person. And just allowing yourself to stay here for a few more breaths, absorbing all the wonderful nutrients of your practice tonight, combining both the mind, the body, and the spirit to find this unity that cultivates peace and ease throughout our entire being. Hopefully, a little piece of your practice can come off your mat into the rest of your evening, into the rest of your week. And if and when you ever start to feel like the ground underneath you is a little shaky, uncertain, or wobbly, may you close your eyes, bring your hand to your heart, your hand to your belly, and feel that life in you, that breath. Ground yourself back, one breath at a time. When you feel ready, bring a little life back to the body by wiggling the toes and the fingers. Maybe taking a nice big inhale to find that full body stretch one more time, smiling and being so proud of yourself for showing up tonight. And bringing the knees in and taking it to the side, whatever side works for you. Giving yourself a moment of rest here. And the goddess who sleeps, using your left shoulder or right shoulder, whichever way you turn, to kind of pat up the head. Opposite hand is next to the chest for support. Close the eyes if we're not there already. Press into that support hand to bring yourself all the way up to a seated position. Coming into whatever seated position supports you in this moment. Keeping your eyes closed for just a second longer. Whatever intention, mantra, focus that you brought to your practice tonight, consider it accomplished. Consider it done. Bringing the hands to heart center when you're ready, slowly batting the eyes open, allowing them to adjust to whatever light in the room that you are in. As always, in a new way, in a new format, I thank you so much for taking the time to show up and share your practice with me. Everybody checking in virtually, I wish you all the health and happiness in the world. From me in Michigan to all of you out there, I give you all my love. Namaste.
Hi, Tankers. What are you doing? Did you say hi to everybody? Can you say hi? Or are you just going to attack me?
All right, my beautiful friends, I'm going to sign off so I can put my babies to bed. I think we're going to do every Monday at 7, maybe shoot a comment in there. Let us know if that's a good time for you or if there's a different time that might work. We are working on some other fitness classes throughout the week as well. Kettlebell right now is on Wednesday at 3:30. But again, thank you so much.